So, hey, this is Lavinia, um, author of Poetry in Plain Sight, and I decided to do a video as opposed to doing my regular Facebook Lives to talk about a couple things. And I haven't done a video in a while. I appreciate all those of you who watch, participate, listen to the things that I have to say. Let me get this out of the way before I go any further, and let me show you. I'm going to reach around the cover of my book because I haven't done that in any other video. This is my book, Poetry in Plain Sight. Okay, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it on Barnes & Noble, you can get it at the publisher, which I would prefer. It's lavishlife88.com. And that will be going to give more towards me and my publisher, who is also a small business owner and a black-owned business, local, like North Carolina black-owned business, more money. So those of you who know me know that I'm serious about my Buy Black, my support local, my support black, building community, and this is one way we can do it. If you are not familiar with me and aren't on social media, please take a moment to follow me and like my page, which is Harmony on Purpose on Facebook. It's also, you can find me on Facebook if you want to see my Facebook Lives or whatever, my videos. You can find me at Lavinia Jackson on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram, Lavinia Poet. You can find me on Twitter, Hop Into Light. So, with that being said, just wanted to share a couple of thoughts about where I am, what's going on, the things that I'm going to be engaged in, and growth and development. So, it's November 2nd. It's All Souls Day. It's the day we, lots of people, All Souls, All Saints, Dia de los Muertes. This time of the year, we often honor our dead, our ancestors, give them praise and thanks for allowing us to be, giving us the strength and the courage and the wisdom to carry forth the legacies that they've laid down their lives for us. So, with that being said, it's November. November for me represents a lot of beginnings. My mother's birthday, my oldest daughter's birthday. I went in the Coast Guard. I began that book, Poetry in Plain Sight, November, almost 2 years ago. So it's a lot of that. November is also a time of celebration of holidays for some folks who get big on the Thanksgiving. We just ended up Halloween. We begin with Christmas, the celebration of lights. Lots and lots of things are beginning. Winter solstice. All these things are beginning. Kwanzaa. You name it. It's all happening now. Couple that with the things that are going on in Standing Rock, the things that are going on in Flint, Michigan, the things that are going on in every city in the United States right now with voter suppression, especially here in North Carolina. Couple that with, accessibility, intersectionality, Black Lives Matter. We are living in some critical times. But I don't want to be completely and totally serious for this video. I also want to talk about how my intersectionality reflects my alignment and how the projects that I do and those with whom I work reflect this beautiful intersectionality. So I'm engaged through the Guilford County Food Council. I'll be working on the cooperative extension in their wellness advisory board. Engaged with my sorority, Sigma Theta Lambda. I also work with Black Lives Matter. I work with the Say Her Name section or committee of that. I am engaged with the YWCA. through some conversations and work with them. And then I work with, or will have been asked to work with with an organization in Chicago. And I also work with veterans at, with the Triad Vets Coalition as I can to, help veterans. I work with a number of organizations. I also always work with local artists and Black-owned businesses. That's a general sense of whom I work with. And these are not my quote-unquote clients or folks for whom I am asked to write poetry. I work with Joy Movement, and we're working on the Fringe poetry, the Fringe Dance Project, and things of that nature. That's not those things. These are just ways that I continuously stay engaged in the community. I say these things to say that alignment is real, exhaustion is real, and that you can't be everything to everybody. I also work with and am closely connected with Footsteps to Follow, that organization has consistently supported Tabitha and I as our journey with OI. So I can't leave them out. And the reason that I purposely name organizations and purposely may share organizations is that, one, we need to support each other. Two, alignment is real. It is not something that we wonder about. And as you see me on social media, or especially specifically on Facebook, sharing things and getting excited about X, Y, and Z, whether it's the Greensboro Mural Project or the Visual Poetry Walk, whatever I'm excited about, it's all in alignment. Like all of it. All of it is in alignment. There is nothing that I do where I am pulled outside of my calling or outside of the things that I need to do. With that being said, I need respite. I cannot engage in just anything with just anybody. If left to my own devices, I probably wouldn't engage the way that I do. But necessity calls, spirit calls. Folks need what they need from me. So when you step out into a space and are called to do the thing that you do best, understand that you are, one, already prepared, two, call for a purpose. It doesn't matter whether you are called to speak, whether you were meant to meet someone. There are no coincidences in life. That was horrible. Or whether you are just there to absorb energy, absorb knowledge, whatever that may be. So I began this particular video because I was a little nervous about being honest and frank about where I am in all of my process. Yeah, my process is community engagement. My process is working on this second book. My process is working on my spoken word CD. My process is taking care of family. My process is building businesses. My process is building tribe. Those are my processes. How I get there is a total different story. Your whole life may seem like it's disjointed and not connected, but it is. And for me, November is, like I said, I'm very grateful to be in my 9 and to be in my space where I can look at people and be grateful for who they are, be grateful for their journey, and be grateful for how they may or may not reflect something I may or may not need in my life in this moment. Because whatever it is, whomever it is, however it is necessary. There are no accidents. So You know, I've had a lot of anxiety recently. I've had a lot of, like issues and situations and things that really, really I can't control, so to speak, but nonetheless are triggers for me and my PTSD and rape issues and all of that, which would be a separate video. Even the smallest things can be a trigger. And I have to stop and ask myself lots of questions. I have to make sure that I'm okay. Because it could turn into something way more. And I don't want those things to happen. And I work daily to stay in a centered place. This is where ritual and practice come in, and I'm not good at that, to be honest. Luckily for me, I have people around me who focus to remind me that ritual is necessary, and to change ritual is necessary, and to engage in different things is necessary, and to have respite is necessary. So, with that being said, don't spend the beginning of November, December, January, this last quarter of 2016 working yourself up to appease whatever this is, this commodification of a ritual, of this capitalization of what comes naturally to you. Don't do that. Everybody and their brother is going to be having events. Everybody and their brother is going to be finding ways to celebrate that work for them. You don't have to do that. It's okay to be you. It's okay to sit and stare or be quiet or take a walk. Do whatever you need to do to stay you. It's truly okay. It really is. Whew. Yeah. I find it interesting that, even the process of making videos, even the process of talking to people and like sitting here talking to myself, like what I'm talking to y'all, about what makes me tick. And people may find it interesting. I don't see myself as such. But cool. Whatever. So as I said, there are lots of ways that I stay engaged in the community. But there are also times and moments when I have to disengage. I have to unplug and I have to be silent. All of us need those, whether it is daily, whether it is weekly. Some folks go to church for that. Some folks, speak to the ancestors on a weekly basis. Some folks meditate every day. Whatever it is that you need to do to get back to center, please do that. Unplug from people that are toxic. Take an inventory of those people who work with you and have reciprocity, meaning they see value in you, not value in what you bring or the presentation. Yeah, that wasn't even from me. Not value in what you bring or the presentation, because both of those are sort of temporary. If they cannot see the value in who you are as a person, your value as a human being, they don't see your value. And this goes for all of us out here who are hustling, all of us out here who are building relationship. I don't have relationships with people just because they bought my book. And I want you to understand that I am very grateful. That's not it. I have relationships with people. I don't have relationships with people because they are my customers. They aren't my customers. These are friends who choose to support and invest in me. Right? There's a whole different language. There's a whole different understanding of why I will say that. I will not say that they are customers, because it puts them in, that language puts them in an exchange that may not necessarily be. So remember that you are worth reciprocity. You are worth respect, and you are worth being a recipient, not just a giver. And that's what taking respite means. It means that you need to get yourself together, get your life together, and check out and pull yourself together. So I'm kind of glad I did this video today, because I haven't done one in a while. I haven't talked about any kind of upcoming events that I may have. November is pretty busy for me. As far as I know, I have the Visual Poetry Walk this weekend at the Civil Rights Museum on Saturday. I have Artists for Justice has something on the 3rd Saturday, November the 19th, at the Artist Block, and I'll be hosting. And I think that's it for the 2 events that I have this month, but you never know. I will be out supporting other folks. And I also have I have a meeting for rites of passage for the Kwanzaa folks. We're doing a rites of passage program for the whole year next year. So I had to stop and think about how long that was going to be. So I think those are the 3 things that I am totally tied down to. But there are other things that I'm going to be attending, because I need to get out, and because I need respite, and I need my own kind of inner space and energy and clearing, and I need to feel free. So one of those things is going to be going to my auntie spa this month. If you don't know, please go over, check her out. Check out Maya Gilliam. She has 2 locations in Winston-Salem. Black-owned spa. Great massages, because I've taken my kids. And just support. So, find your respite, y'all. Take a moment, or whatever you need to do to get back to you. Don't let all these other people's needs pull you in a direction that you don't want nor need to go. You know, once you get quiet enough, what's good for you and what's not. You know that. And you'll be able to see through and see with all of the other folks and where they need you to be and where you need to be. So engage differently, engage positively. If you haven't voted already, please go out and vote. Voter suppression is real, especially here in North Carolina. Go do what you need to do. I'm going to spend my day taking care of Tabby. She's not feeling too hot. And engaging in some other ways. I need to unplug, so to speak. So I hope to see you all, many of you, out this weekend at the Visual Poetry Walk auction, and maybe at my auntie spa. Variety of places where I can see you. Just saying hey, the Artist Block tonight, supporting RL. A variety of places you can be. There are plays coming up. There are all kinds of events coming up where you can go and support, build community, and show love. Think about your intersectionality. Think about how you benefit your community. And if you're not doing work that benefits your community, how can you change that? How can you change that? This is Lavinia. I'm out. Want the book? Contact me personally on Facebook. Get in contact with the publisher, lavishlife88.com, or Order it on Amazon, Barnes& Noble. They make wonderful, wonderful Christmas presents and end of the year presents. So I suggest that you go ahead and place your orders now. So, spend some time loving yourself today. Do that. Take care of yourself. We all need that. Love, light, and peace. Holla!